Hello and welcome to another BWhack review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Denny Hamlin's progressive Martinsville win from 2025. So always take a look at the box. Once again, you have the brand new 2025 race winner box. Raced version, you got your winner sticker, Lionel Racing, NASCAR Cup Series, 2025 race winner. Same stuff down the side, Denny Hamlin, Joe Gibbs Racing, render the car right there, standard finish. Made a total of 660 of these things. NASCAR Cup Series, standard finish, got your winner sticker. Same stuff on the back. Got the nice 2025 schedule. I'm so glad they went back to putting the schedule on this. I don't think there's anything like crazy out of place on this one. It's always funny to look for like errors on that. Like for whatever reason, when we took a look at the Xfinity box, like one of the races randomly just says CW next to it. Like it's anything different from all the other races that are on the CW, but nothing standing out on that one. Register your car at Lionel Garage, and you, of course, have your copyright and such on the bottom of the box. Here is the car itself. Denny Hamlin's first one of the season. And he's once again going for a championship. He made it to the Final Four. He's on pole for the race today, so let's see if he can finally get it. What's going to be funny is what's going to happen is he's probably just going to get like a speeding penalty because he's known for being a speeder. He'll get a speeding penalty or something, and then everyone will be like, oh, look, they're screwing him because of the lawsuit. Even though there's going to be probably like tons of evidence to prove that he was speeding. But I don't know. Anyways, of course, there's coming through things. You got your little race-winning sticker. And you, of course, have your race-winning stat card. If you want to see that. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's a new clock this year. Like the company that used to make all the Martinsville clocks like went out of business or something. So they had to find a new company to make their grandfather clock for Martinsville. But I don't know if there's anything like, I'm sure like clock enthusiasts can find like 18 different things that are different on this year's, but whatever. Anyways, here's the car itself. The pretty much almost instantly popular progressive paint scheme. Remember, Denny Hamlin went into this year basically being sponsorless. He had like a few races for sports clipped haircuts and like a Yahoo race or a national debt release race, and that was about it. He was like unsponsored for most of the season, but early in the year, he made a deal with Progressive to be his primary. It is funny to have a driver's primary not exist until, what was this race? The end of March, but this did become his primary. And the wins are the only way to get it for some reason. They didn't offer a clean one, or like I think Progressive didn't want to offer a clean one. So if he wins the championship, are we still going to get a clean progressive, like Diecast, like the roof logo? I don't know, but he's won it so far 3 times this year, so you have your options. If for some reason you want one that's like a playoff car, if you want one that has more confetti, but this one is nice for just a nice, at the time, for a while, was the only way to get this car, and it is a nicely dirty car. The bright blue with the white logos, just you can really see a lot of the dirt and grime and rubber buildup. As you can see right there, that looks incredible. This paint scheme is very simple, but it really works. I've said before, color is very important for simple paint schemes. This car is, a solid color car with a little bit of design. I do wish the white would have gone around the back a little bit. It is weird how it just stops there and doesn't just like go around the whole back, but whatever. But said color matters. This was just a like solid black and white car. It wouldn't look very exciting, but this trademark progressive blue just looks fantastic. It is such a nice shade of blue, and it looks really good in a car. It's good that Progressive's finally, like, really hard into the sport now, because they tried it a couple years ago. They sponsored, I think it was Ryan Newman for, like, a couple races. They ran, like, a different paint scheme for, like, the 2 races, and I don't think it was even offered or anything back then. Even this one didn't look like it was going to get offered. Because he wanted it, and everyone's like, oh, cool, we get the progressive car now. And then nothing went up. Week later, nothing went up. He won Darlington. That went right up, but still no progressive car. Then you had the whole big hiatus. Nothing. And then finally one day during the hiatus, they were like, coming soon, Denny Hamlin's Martinsville win. And everyone went crazy. Which is probably why this car is going insanely popular right now. Like, this car is already disappearing off the shelves. And it's only been out for, like, a week or 2, so. And if he does end up winning the championship, this car is going to disappear even quicker than it already is, but whatever. Anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have Progressive P. Got Toyota Camry, number 11, and Joe Gibbs Racing. Down the side, you got Progressive, you got Sports Clips Haircuts, and Mobile One. It's funny that he even added more sponsors past this, because like past this, nowadays this car has a Bob's Discount Furniture back there, and I want to say there's one other logo back there now, but back then there wasn't. On the C post, you have Yahoo and National Debt Relief. On the B post, you have Toyota, King's Hawaiian, Coca-Cola, Interstate Batteries, and J.D. Gibbs. Has an upside-down winter sticker. I assume that's accurate, like I assume Denny just did that, but that's a nice detail. Got Denny Hamlin's name on the name rail right there. Have your typical contingencies and such up front. On the back, you got Toyota Camry XSE, got Progressive number 11 Mobile One Toyota, and the Flow logo. I'm kind of surprised they don't have like that logo bigger on the car. Or even back then, like I'm surprised it wasn't like a big Flow logo right here or something, since that spot at the time wasn't being used. Like now it's being used, but it wasn't back then. Anyways, on the deck lid, you got Progressive, Doosan Solutions, Mac Tools, Siemens, Lincoln Welders, and Sherwin-Williams. Got Progressive on the roof. This is number 129. Got the same stuff down the other side as usual. Take a look under the hood. So you got Wix filters, Mobile One, Toyota, and Progressive. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. Obviously no deck lid. The roof flaps, of course, do open. And there's the inner side of the car if you want to see that. Kind of surprised there's no like shredded or flat tires or anything. Because this was one of those races where they had the soft tire that was wearing out pretty quickly. So as you can see, that's where you get this. Since they started doing this soft tire at Martinsville, like all the Martinsville wins have been looking incredible like this. Every single time. It is better when they're brighter cars like this. Like, like Blaney's Martinsville win looked incredible. This looks incredible. William Byron won in that, was it the Cincinnati, like, patriotic-looking car? That'll probably look pretty good as a race version. But anyways, let's get down to damage. As you can see, the car is just basically dirty. Like, there's not a whole lot of marks or anything on this car. It's a pretty clean car, but it is just so caked in rubber buildup and dirt and grime and such. It does have these weird little, like, black marks right there on the top of the fender. I'm not really sure what those are from. Like, it looks like he maybe, like, got into somebody a little bit with some marks or, like, doored somebody, but I've never, like, the marks are all the way up by the edge of the hood on the fender, so I'm not entirely sure how that happened. It doesn't look like it's, like, crinkled in a lot or anything, but maybe that's what it was. The whole fender was just, like, pushed in, and they obviously just have to do that with decals, but I don't know. You see the left front tire is covered in what I assume is meant to be brake dust. It's a very bright white. Looks a little weird, but at the same time looks kind of cool. You see a bunch of dirt and stuff behind the left front fenders too, and you can just see a ton of the rubber buildup and such all throughout the car. Looks like somebody did get into the left rear of him a couple times during the race, got a few marks and such. I like the teams that just like got rid of the American ethanol thing since that was gone this year, but just left their thing still, like left the fuel port is still that same green color, which just looks funny. On the back, again, just dirt and grime, a few little marks, got pushed a few times. Looks like the right rear is a little bit marked up, probably got into the wall a little bit right there, or somebody else's tire. Lettering's a little bit rubbed off of the tire too. Like I said before, I still just can't get over how cool the right side of this car looks. That is so dirty. And again, you have that same, like I said, I assume it's supposed to be like brake dust thing. The whole tire is just like in this like whitish gray color. Another mark on the fender right there where you move somebody up the track. That's about it. Like I said at the time, this is more just getting it for the paint scheme than anything, and the fact if you like really dirty race wins like I do. This is the only way that no confetti cars work, is like if they look like this, because you can tell this is a win still. Like I've always said, the people that like bitch about confetti so much, I really just think you're crazy, because like some of the cars, if they don't look like this, they're just going to look way too boring. Like, clean cars with no confetti don't look good. You need them to be at least dirty like this if they're not going to have confetti, because this one, you can still tell this is a race win. You see all the marks, you see all that dirt, looks great. But, again, that doesn't work for every track. There's some tracks where you're going to look at a car and be like, is that a win? I can't tell. But, whatever. Anyways, if you want this car as a brand new release, you can get it right now. As I said earlier in this video, this car is already disappearing. I thought I missed it too, because like I didn't pre-order this at the time, because I was like, I might get that. I do like the Progressive car, but I don't know. And then it came out and was immediately gone. Was like, oh, guess I'll just have to get the Gateway win or something if I want the Progressive car. But then earlier this week, Plan B actually did have a few left at Circle B Diecast. So quickly jumped on that one. Is that like was one of those like, well, I feel like if I don't grab one of these few they have left, I'm probably never getting one. And now I have one. So here we go. Like I said, if you want one, I would definitely recommend, if there's someplace, I don't know if by every time this video goes up, if Circle B will still have any or not, but you might want to get one now because it's already getting rare, and who knows if he wins the championship tomorrow, it's only going to blow up even more from there, so stay tuned and see how that goes. Remember, for every diecast needs, you can go to CircleBDiecast.com, and if you use the code BWhack, you can get $5 off shipping on any order over $30. Just go through that if you want anything. But I think that's pretty much all there is to say. This has been a review of Denny Hamlin's progressive Martinsville win from 2025. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.